Hello everyone, my name is Odukoya Lukaude, and in this demonstration I will identify active network ports, examine running network services, create inbound and outbound Windows firewall rules for TCP port 50,000, and create a scheduled task that checks for Windows updates every day. First, I will identify the active network ports on the Windows server. I'm clicking my start button. Search for Windows PowerShell, run as administrator. Then I click I type nestart -ano. This command displays all active network connection listening ports and the associated process IDs or PIDs. So to locate a particular port, we use the number. Let me display how to locate a port 135. Colon 135. Enter. Port 135 is used for Microsoft Remote Procedure Call, or RPC. RPC allows Windows services and applications to communicate with one another and is commonly used for remote administration and other Windows networking functions. Next, I locate ports 3389 by typing (3389). Enter. Port 3389 is used by the Remote Desktop Protocol, or RDP. It allows administrators and authorized users to remotely connect to and manage a Windows server. Because it provides remote access, it should always be protected with strong authentication and proper firewall rules. Next, I will examine the services currently running on the server in the same PowerShell window. I will type objects. $sign underscore no underscore dot status eq curly brackets. Then I enter. This command displays only the services that are currently running from the list. I selected DNS client service and remote desktop service. To display the DNS client service, I type get service. DNS cache. Yes, enter. The DNS client service resolves domain names into IP address and stores recently resolved addresses in the cache to improve performance. Next, I display the remote desktop service by typing. Follow me as I type get service. Name times service. Then I enter. Remote desktop services enables users and administrators to connect remotely to this server. It works together with TCP port 3389 to provide remote desktop functionality. This helped me understand that a service provides the functionality while a network port provides the communication endpoint that allows the service to send and receive network traffic. Next, I will create the required Windows firewall rules. I'm done with this. Then I'm using my window plus R. Type wf.msc. This will open Windows Defender Firewall and Advanced Security. You can see in the left pane I click Inbound Rules. Inbound rules. In the right pane I click New Rule. I select ports. I click Next. Select TCP or leave it. If it's there, you don't have to touch it again. And leave your specific local ports. Leave this space untouchable. Then specific local ports, you type 50,000. I type 50,000. Then I next. So I'm leaving the allow the connection and I click next. Leave the 3 domain profile. Domain, private and public. Leave this profile 3 profile. Then I next. For the name, I use allow TCP 50,000. 50,000 inbound. Then I click finish. The inbound route has now been created. It's shown here. I open the protocols and port tab. Let me open the protocols and port tab. So to verify the configuration, I double click the rule. I double click the rule. I click on protocol and port tab. And you can see it, TCP 50,000 is created. The rule is created. Next is to create the outbound rules. The same steps, new rules. I select ports. I next. I leave it at TCP and specific remote ports. Then I click my 50. I type my 50,000 ports. Yes. Then I click next. I select allow the connection. Next, I leave this 3 profile on check. I click next. So under the name, I type allow TCP 50,000 outbound. Then I finish. Here is it. Under outbound, you can see it is created. The same thing if you want to verify. Double click, go to protocol and ports. Then we see it TCP and 50,000 is created. Now we demonstrate enabling and disabling the firewall's rules. So as you can see, we can disable them and we can even delete them. But now we are not deleting, we will only work on enable and disabling. I right click on the inbound rules, disable rule. Now I have disabled the rule. The rule is now disabled. And to enable it again, we right click and enable. So we go to outbound rules. Same thing. I right click, I disable the rule, and to enable it back, just right click and enable rule. As well, we can delete if you want to, but we are not working with that in this assignment. I repeat the same process for allow TCP 50,000 outbound for disabling it and then enable it again. This demonstrates that firewall rules can be temporarily disabled without deleting them. Finally, I will create a scheduled task to check for Windows updates every day. I click my window plus R. I type my task. Task. I have it already. That's it. Then okay. I press enter. This opens the task scheduler. Here is my task scheduler. In the right action pane, under this action pane, you can create task. I click create basic task. Under this create basic task, I write my daily, let me call it daily Windows update check. I want to have a update check from Windows on daily basis. Daily Windows update check. Then I click next. So I want it on daily basis. Next. Let me say I want it to start tomorrow, which is August 2nd, because today is August 1st. No, August 2nd. I want the timing to be 6 o'clock every day. Every 6 p.m. on daily basis, I want to receive the daily updates. Then I click next. For the trigger, I select daily and click next. I choose the start date and time, and leave the recurrence set to every 1 day. Every 1 day, I click next. Under this place, start a program, send an email, display message. I think I don't have any. Okay, let me leave it as start program. For the action I selected, I leave it as start a program. So I next. For the program script feed, I enter the directories C, Windows // system32 / USO clients .exe. So the argument, I enter start scan. Then next, I finish. Then I click finish. Thank you. The scheduled task has now been created. To verify it, I click I click task scheduler library. I right click it and I go to the properties. Task scheduler library. Okay. I go to daily Windows updates. Okay. Yes. This is my daily updates. So I will right click it. I'll go to the properties. Here is it. So what triggers it? What time does it trigger? 6 p.m. every day. What is the action? There is my directories. The condition that will trigger it starts if the task start the task only if the computer is on AC power. Yes, if my system is off, it cannot trigger. Stop if the computer switches to battery power. Okay. Yes. So here is my listing. So let me run it manually. Like we can run. I want it to run manually. Can still run manually. In conclusion, this project helped me understand the relationship between network ports and services, how Windows Defender Firewall manages inbound and outbound traffic, and how Task Scheduler can automate important administrative tasks. I also learned that properly configuring firewall rules and keeping Windows updated are important practices for maintaining a secure Windows server environment. Thank you for watching my demonstration. God bless you.